It's summer in New York City and it's a struggle. It really, really is. Hello everyone, it's me. Today we're going to be talking about how to survive summer in New York City. I moved to New York City in the summer of 2018. It's summer 2024, so I've been here for about 6 years now, and summer is my least favorite month. Plus New York City, it's just not a good mix. And I know there's people who are gonna be like,
oh, I'm from Arizona where it's like 120 degrees. I'm from Nevada. I'm from Florida, yada, yada, yada.
You guys have a car. You guys have a car. You guys go from your air-conditioned house to your air-conditioned car to your air-conditioned grocery store. I have to walk in the heat to get groceries. I have to walk in the heat to go to work. I have to walk in the heat to get McDonald's, okay? Also, it's a concrete jungle. New York City consists of 8.4 million people. It's the big metropolis. I mean, it's not a leafy nature city by all means. So there's a lot more pavement here, there's a lot more buildings, and that pavement and buildings, it all absorbs the heat and it almost like radiates off of the building. So it's humid, there's heat radiating off of the buildings, the pavement, and then plus you have 8.4 million people here and their hot breath and their odor, and it's just not a good mix. I think personally, I would much rather spend my summer in Florida where it is hotter, but you're near a really nice beach. You're gonna be in an air-conditioned car if you need to go to the grocery store. You're near nature more. It's not like you're in the concrete jungle and the only beach you have is Coney Island. I wouldn't even swim in that water because you're gonna grow like a third eye or something. Like your third eye is gonna come out. Just a little tip though, if you do decide to come to New York City to swim, I would personally go out in the Long Island area. I have never been to Coney Island and actually swam in the water. I always go out to the Long Island area, but again, when you don't have a car, it's just I feel like it's more of a hassle. I mean, you have to get on the train, the metro. It's gonna take maybe like an hour or so to get there, and then I mean you're carrying, you know, everything with you because you don't have a car, so there's no storage, so you are your own storage. That's the other thing about summers in New York City. You carry your own stuff, you carry your own weight, and it just makes it that much more gruesome. So yeah, my rant's over. Let's talk about how to survive this city in the summertime. If you are coming to visit New York City, if you're coming to live in New York City and you get here in June, July, or August, keep watching. So there's a lot of buildings in New York City, which is a pro and a con. It's a con because during summertime, the buildings soak up that heat and it just makes everything hotter. But it's also a pro because they offer shade. So usually with every block, there is a sunny part of the sidewalk. So like, let's just say on the right side, it's completely sunny, but on the left side, there's shade. Always pick the side with the shade. Even if your destination is like on the sunny part of the sidewalk, stay on the other side as long as you can until you absolutely have to cross over. Another thing is when you're about to cross the sidewalk, stand in the shade. I see a lot of people, a lot of New Yorkers that would go pretty much as far as they can go before they can cross the street, and I actually kind of stand back and, you know, stay under a tree, stay under, you know, a building or something until it's time to go, just so I can get as much shade as possible until I absolutely have to be out in the beaming sun. Another tip is to do everything in the morning or in the evening if you can help it. If you absolutely have to go out like me for like work and I have to be there like by noon or something, then, you know, it's a different story. But if you can run your errands at 9 a.m. rather than 12 p.m., definitely do that, because I will not voluntarily walk to Trader Joe's, which is a 30-minute walk, when the sun is at its highest. You know, do that at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., where it's a little cooler outside, but try to do what you need to do in the morning or in the evening. Water, 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 water. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. This is gonna sound a little extreme, but this is for the people who really cannot fathom the heat. There are some subway stations that are newer than others, but a lot of the older ones, like Times Square, 34th Street, 14th Street, they don't have any air conditioning. There's air conditioning on the subways, but the subway stations don't have any air conditioning. So you're gonna be underground with no fresh air. It's gonna be hot, humid. I don't like being down there for too long. So if your train, there's this great app called City Mapper, and it's like, for the most part, pretty accurate. I would say like 90% accurate in terms of when your train is coming. And sometimes, especially like during the summer, I feel like there's so many train delays. It's crazy. But if your train is not coming for like another 14 minutes and you want to just wait outside, like not underground, or maybe wait in a store, and you know it's not going to take you 14 minutes to get to the subway, then do that. You know, if your train leaves in 14 minutes and it takes you 3 minutes to get to the subway, then wait inside a store, wait at your workplace for seven minutes, walk there 3 minutes, and then you have another 4 minutes left to swipe your Metro card and then get to your train. But make sure you know where you're going. I feel like if you're like completely new to New York City and you're going into like a huge subway station like Times Square, then yeah, you might need a little bit more time to navigate it. But if you know where you're going and you just kind of want to wait it out, definitely do that. I haven't done that, but after waiting maybe like 10 minutes for my train, after walking in the heat for about 15 minutes, I was like, maybe I should just wait back like above ground in a store or something. But yeah, that's a little extreme, but it's for the people who absolutely cannot stand the heat. And I know being underground with that humid, mucky, it's not even like there's air. I mean, there's some air with the trains and stuff, but it's really gross. And you're just with a bunch of people. It gets crowded. It gets overwhelming, to say the least. So if you want to wait upstairs, if you want to wait in a store until your train comes, use that app, City Mapper. Again, it's like 90% accurate. Like, there's only been a couple of times where I'm like, this isn't accurate. The train is coming right now, and you're telling me it's coming in 5 minutes. But for the most part, it's accurate. Also, just use City Mapper if you're trying to navigate your way through the city. It will literally tell you which train to take, when it comes, when to get off, where to walk. Like, it's a great app to use that I still use to this day. My last tip, which seems obvious, but it kind of isn't, is to not push yourself, know your limits, and make it easy, make it super simple. I am the kind of person that likes to push myself, and I have this theory that like the more I put myself in uncomfortable positions, the more endurance I'll build. And that's kind of true. So like I'll purposely sometimes walk in the heat to like build endurance or something, but sometimes it's just not worth it, you know? When I go to work, I have to take 2 trains, and during the cooler months, I would take just 1 train and just walk the 15 minutes. I didn't mind the walk. But now that it's summer, I'm just gonna take the second train. And of course, like during the winter months, during the cooler months, I wouldn't take the second train because I don't wanna be in a cab full of people. Trains can get stuffy. You know, trains can be delayed. That's just more people I have to sit next to, more body odor I have to smell, like all that kind of stuff. If I can, you know, take 1 less train and just walk and get some exercise, yeah, I'll do it. But in the summertime, take 2 or 3 trains if that means you're gonna be inside a little bit more in air-conditioned spaces rather than outside. If you are really hot and you need to take an Uber, take an Uber. If you need to, I don't know, pour water in yourself, I don't know, just like make things super easy and simple and know your limits. Please know your limits. If you're gonna be out shopping all day, take a break. I know that's very practical, but some people just don't get it. I just don't think people understand when you're outside in the streets, baby, it's gonna get to you. So know your limits, go easy on yourself, and just make it easy. Make it easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think that's all of my tips and tricks for you guys. Regardless of wherever you are in this lovely world, please stay cool, drink your water, and don't push yourself, because I know it's hot pretty much everywhere. Things are getting crazy, so please just stay safe, don't push yourself, drink your water, and yeah. Now I'm gonna turn my AC back on because it's hot and I can't do that when I'm recording because it just makes an annoying sound. But I'm gonna turn that back on, I'm gonna drink my water, I'm gonna eat something, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!